Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, the 21st of April. I've just heard this question on the Arlington Institute, and that is, can you change the nature of man? Then I want to ask, first of all, what is actually the nature of man? Because as far as I can see, right now, nature, which would be represented by our bodies and nature around us, and the consciousness of man are completely separate from each other. So really, what is then the nature of consciousness? Or has consciousness got its own nature that is incompatible with this world? Now, at the moment, obviously, when you talk about the nature of man, you talk about what we are doing in this world. Yeah, we're being completely destructive. We are creating wars, poverty, the destruction of nature, the destruction of our own bodies. And well, is that our nature then? When we came here, entered into this world, we were on a low, destructive level of consciousness. And we're actually coming into this world in order to learn, to be elevated to a higher level of consciousness. See, this body is the temple of the living God. It is constructed by nature according to this world. And then again, you have these people saying, oh, I came here such an enlightened being and now I'm trapped inside of a low-level consciousness. So what I must do is I must beat the flesh daily. I must subdue the flesh. I must subdue nature. I must rule over it because I must perform acts of brutality and violence against my own body on a daily basis because I am the enlightened one. I mean, even listen to that. Does that actually make sense to you? Is that the action of an enlightened being, to beat down life? But this is, I think, where we have got it completely back to front. This world is the higher level of consciousness that we are trying to reach. Our body is the depiction of that level of consciousness that we are trying to reach. And to have knowledge of this level of consciousness. Well, I say we need to know again that this is the temple of the living God and that there is a sanctity of life, which we seem to have forgotten. We are completely, have detached completely from what is around us. Within us and around us. The kingdom is within you and all around you. We've completely detached from both. So, and those that really think that by committing an act of violence against your own body, it will open the door to a greater level of consciousness, then you are a true Sabbatean. Yeah? Do what is unnatural and violent and it will somehow elevate you. And that thinking is now manifesting in the entire world. Yeah? Do acts of violence to be elevated, subdue everything else, to be... But then is the true nature of the consciousness that came here not learning, not progressing, not becoming greater? We came here a dumb level of consciousness and we're manifesting ourselves, our true selves. Yeah? What we're doing now is born out of, not out of our bodies, but out of our minds. Yeah. Our mind is creating in this world and it is showing us our true selves, which is a very low level of consciousness. So, what is depicted in nature, the level of consciousness that is depicted in nature, that is depicted in our bodies, is a far greater knowledge of the Creator Himself. And that is it, that you understand that the Creator is not just one thing. I am the only one and I'm just one. But it is an understanding that the Creator is all possibilities, separate parts, separate possibilities that were created. That was in the white light is all the colors of the rainbow that come together to create again the white light. And nature is a depiction of that. All the colors of the rainbow coming together to create life for all through cooperation, through giving and receiving. That is a higher level of consciousness. Our bodies are a depiction of that level of consciousness. Yeah, our organs, our cells, the microbiome, which is not even us in a way, it's another form of life inside of us, and the whole thing cooperating to create life. But we are dying, we are destroying our bodies because we are the lower level of consciousness. We are the low level of consciousness that is the destroyer. So should you change the nature of, or can you change the nature of man? Yeah, man can change. But man should actually understand, know what it is he's doing or what we are doing. Man should know its own level of consciousness in comparison to the consciousness of this world and see how low he actually is. And then learn, because that is what this world is trying to give to you. It's a knowledge of itself. It's trying to raise you to its own level of consciousness. And then when you become one with your body, that is to say your mind has finally reached the level of your body, then the door to a greater knowledge of this world will open naturally. Yeah? In a way, the gatekeeper, Satan, will step aside and let you see the greater knowledge of this world. But that is through a process of First of all, seeing yourself correctly, that you are below nature right now. You are below nature right now. We are. Humanity is below nature. That we need to work our way up again to even reach this level, the level of nature. And then we will be able to progress from there. So, right now our consciousness is separated from the body, from nature. So nature, the nature of man, I don't actually know what that's supposed to be at the moment. It is, our consciousness is separated from nature. It's thinking itself greater, which really deluded. We are deluded in thinking, in our perception of ourselves. So we need to reach the level of nature again, become a part of the level of nature again, and then the doors to other knowledge will open, spiritual knowledge that is. And when we are, let's say, on the same wavelength as everything else around us, we will use that knowledge correctly. And we will no longer be destructive. But as long as we are on this low level of consciousness, this door will not naturally open to us. The world will not let us in. And those that think that by beating down the flesh, they've been flung out into all. And all is nothing. You know nothing. Anyway, I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.